Hello again, friends. Well, in our MindBox blog, when we asked what people were interested in, number one, of course, was spirituality. Number two was wealth, how to accumulate wealth. You know, there's so much on this subject, probably more than any other subject. The Law of Attraction, one of the biggest selling books, The Secret, and the movie, not to mention other things. And yet, in our MindBox, we really spell it out, and it's different. It's different. You know, there are no magic wands. The law of attraction works if you remember one thing, that the reason that there is a problem in anyone's life, the reason that people have a poverty consciousness, let's say, as opposed to a success consciousness, is not so much that they're not magnets. They could turn themselves into magnets, but the problem is limitations. Limitations. People limit themselves. Why would anyone do that? It's a subconscious thing. When you feel that you've done something wrong, one of the ways that you punish yourself is by limiting yourself. And so if you're in poor health, you limit yourself as far as health is concerned. If you have bad friends, poor relationships, you limit yourself. You say to yourself inwardly, I only deserve so much. I've been a bad boy. I've been a bad girl. And with respect to wealth, that's exactly what's happening. I only deserve so much. When people limit themselves with respect to wealth and money, something may happen to put them in the way of it. And you know, they're never comfortable there. Why? Because they don't deserve it as far as they're concerned. Now, where does this come from? Well, we must go back to something that we address in a major way in our MindBox, and that is the sin, guilt, punishment complex. We define sin a little bit differently. Sin is simply a missing of the mark. Missing of the mark. Something that somebody has set for you. Somebody says, thou shalt, or thou shalt not. And you do it, even though you shouldn't have. Or you don't do it, and you should have. Well, if you do that, then guilt comes in. Now, what is guilt? Guilt is a compulsion to repeat the act correctly. So if you feel that you've sinned, if you feel that you've done something wrong, and you feel guilty about it, and you repeat the act correctly, no problem. But what if you don't? What if you don't? That guilt nags at you. And in comes the third member of the tribe, and that causes problems. And that is called punishment. Now, who is the best punisher of you? Who knows all of your fears? Who knows all of your foibles? You. You. And the way that you punish yourself, generally speaking, is through limitations. Now, how do we overcome this? Well, first of all, we have to go back over the original sin. If you miss the mark by saying something, or by doing something, or by not saying something, or by not doing something, then it's incumbent on you to repeat that act correctly. Now, how can you do that if, let us say, you've done something wrong, and the person that you have done that wrong to is no longer here? They're dead. They're gone. Well, you know, there is a way to reach them on the spiritual plane. We unfortunately don't have enough time to go into all this, but I will say we go into very thoroughly in the MindBox. I don't mean this to be a commercial. I just want to inform you that one of the main reasons that people have a problem with money is because they themselves have limited themselves. And if you have a problem in any aspect of your life, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, whether it's relationships, whatever, chances are you feel you only deserve so much. You must go back to the original incident, the source, the foundation, so to speak, of your problem. You go back to that. Now, the best way to do that is through the meditative process, through meditation. Why is there any magic in meditation? The magic is in the concentration. Unfortunately, that's all that we have time for at this particular point. I do hope that you'll take advantage of our MindBox. Do read some of the testimonials. They're all accurate. They're all true. We put in even people, when we have comments on our blog, even people who are unhappy. And, we can't please everybody. No one can. People have limitations in that respect too. Well, I hope this has helped you a little bit, something to understand. Now, once you understand how to remove those limitations, then the law of attraction truly will take place. Then you will indeed become a money magnet. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I'm Burt Goldman, your American monk. Have a very, very good day, week, month, and a successful and prosperous year. Thank you for listening.